everyone. So welcome. I'm Tanya Smith. And here's my question for you before we get started. The question is this: have you found yourself struggling to ask viewers of your live stream videos to take a next step? Have you found yourself feeling like it felt a little icky, it felt yucky, it felt like spammy? Because we want to talk about this. I want to just have a conversation with you tonight. This is going to be less of a training and more of a conversation. So I'm looking forward to sharing my thoughts, but also getting your thoughts as well. The topic for tonight is why you need a CTA, or a call to action, for your next live stream. So I'm going to share my little quick intro video, give you a little bit of time to get your favorite drink of water or whatever you prefer, coffee, wine, something to relax, and come on back and let's have a deep dive talk about why you're so afraid of asking for the next step. What's your CTA? All right, I'll be right back. Alrighty, folks, again, I'm Tanya Smith with Get Noticed with Video, and this is our Stream Like a Boss TV series that we do each and every week. Usually we run it about an hour later, but I really have not been feeling 100% today. So I felt like I probably need to go ahead and get on while I'm still feeling up and about. First of all, let me tell you this. This topic is coming up as a result of a series of things that have happened, and I felt like I needed to address it and to really be Auntie Tanya today. So just look at me, call me Auntie Tanya, because I'm going to share drop some auntie knowledge for you. We're going to talk about CTAs for your next live stream. Before I do that, let me introduce myself and say who I am. Again, Tanya Smith with Get Noticed with Video at getnoticedwithvideo.com. What I absolutely love doing the most, and this is why I do the live stream Like a Boss, each and every week. I love working with coaches, consultants, and course creators to help you to leverage more on-camera content so that you can stand out online, sell more services, and serve more people. And so in order for you to do something like that, if you want to meet all those three criteria, you really have to get super conscientious and organized about the calls to action that you ask for. What are you asking for people to do next? And I really want to kind of take a deep dive into this. So if you are new to this show, I want you to type in hashtag newbie. If you've seen me before, you've been on with us before, I want you to type in hashtag OG. Now, I know my OGs typically know that I'm here about an hour from now, so you'll probably be coming in watching the replay, but know that I'm paying attention to your comments. So feel free to add any questions or comments into the chat area, because I'll be looking for those to respond to. All right, so let's get started. I want to talk a little bit about why this is an important topic, besides the fact that it just kept coming up. And if you are having any trouble with my audio, just let me know, because I know we had some trouble last week, but hopefully that's all resolved right now. We'll keep fingers crossed. All right, so here's the thing that I want to definitely mention. Your call to action. Why is it relevant? Your call to action is important because if you don't tell people what the what's next is, they won't take an action. If they feel paralyzed, if they're unsure, if they're uncertain of what to do next, they'll just move on. They'll watch your video and say, oh, well, that was great information. And then they're like, okay, deuces, I'm out because I got what I needed. I got everything I needed from her or him. So you have to be prepared that you're not shortchanging yourself or shortchanging them, your viewers who are watching the video and consuming your content, by not sharing with them how they can get an expanded and additional enhanced experience with you. When they hear what you have to share and it's an important message and it's something that potentially could make a transformation for them and for their business, your goal should not be to stop there. It should be to help them further. It's about the serve part, right? It's about the service. So, what I want you to really kind of consider for yourself and for your own business is, am I doing due diligence? Am I serving when I share my video content? Is it coming through as though this is something that I absolutely want to extend to them as a gift versus something that I'm trying to push on someone? Because here's where I think the struggle is. And let me do this. I want to do one quick check because I know I had some problems last week. Double check and make sure everybody can see and hear me properly. I'm checking in my community of stream bosses. I have actually two amazing communities right now. So I have Stream Bosses Academy, which just recently started. And then I also have my Stream Like a Boss community over on Facebook. So I am super thrilled and excited that they are there. Okay, it looks like it's coming through. So hopefully it's just that people were expecting me to come about an hour later. So my apologies. But here's the thing. When it comes to sharing your specific gift, okay? And when you're talking to people on your video about whatever the topic is, and maybe you're educating, maybe you're entertaining, maybe you're exhorting and encouraging them. Maybe you are influencing them to take a different action that's separate and apart from the CTA that you're adding to your video. There could be any number of reasons why you're sharing amazing content through your videos, right? The key is extending that experience further by ensuring that you've thought through what it is you want to say. So I am going to do a little bit of teaching. I said I wanted to be Auntie Tanya tonight and we're going to have conversation. But I want to do a little bit of teaching as well. So I'm going to share some points and let me make sure I pull up my notes so I can give you everything that I know was in my head and on my heart about this. So I want to talk about 4 things. So this is what we're going to cover over the next 20 minutes or so. One is why you're not using CTAs. 2 is what you want people to do. So what type of CTAs should you be using and do you want to use for your business and for your services? Number 3, we're going to talk about how to do it wrong or be spammy. And then number 4 is how to do it right or be classy with your CTAs. Okay, so those are the 4 things that we're going to cover. And I am going to ask you to add your comments, even if you're watching the replay. And as a matter of fact, if you are watching the replay, I want you to type in #replay. Okay. All right. So why you don't use them? One of the number one reasons I hear people say that they won't use a CTA, and if you have an answer that is your own answer as to why you're not asking for a call to action, definitely put that into the chat so we can kind of explore that a little bit. Some people are scared. They're afraid that they will sound greedy, that they will sound like they're scamming people out of something. So they're afraid. And look, rightfully so, because a lot of people right now are getting bombarded in their DMs. They're getting bombarded in their email. They're getting bombarded even in their chat. I was watching the other day as one of my friends was celebrating her birthday on Facebook. She was celebrating her birthday and she did kind of a happy birthday to me type of post. And several people, it looked like, several different profiles kept popping into the chat every time someone would wish her a happy birthday. And they would say, what were they saying? They would say, cash app me, send me your cash app so I can bless you. What the heck? Right? So I get it. I understand fully why you may be feeling. And again, I want you to think about what's the thing that's holding you back. Why is it that you're not sharing a call to action in your content, whether it's video or otherwise? Why are you not asking people to take a next step? Is it for that reason? Because you're afraid that you too will sound or appear to be scammy, spammy, and greedy, that you just want something from them and you're not really trying to create a mutual beneficial relationship. If you're fearing that that is the case, I get it. For the reason I just mentioned, because we all are getting bombarded with stuff from people who truly, that is who they are. They don't have a desire necessarily to benefit you while they're being benefited, right? But that's not you. That's not you. So I want you to really examine your true reasons why. And look, Venice said, yeah, it's so annoying when you or your post is being spammed. It is. And so then you feel like, you know what? I don't want to be that person. So therefore, I just won't ask for anything. I won't say anything at all. Right? So you're going kind of the far, far, far other direction, the whole opposite direction. But keep in mind, that's not you. There is a way for you to do it and be classy, not spammy. You also may not want people to think that all you care about is the money. Look, this is a common thing that a lot of us say as coaches, consultants, and course creators. I know, because I used to say it myself. When people would ask you, well, why did you start your business and why do you enjoy coaching? And you would say, I just love it because it's about the people, which it is. But you'd say, it's not about the money. Come on. Look, you're in business. Yes, because you're passionate and you probably enjoy what you do. I hope you do, or else why are you doing it? You should be passionate. You should be passionate about serving, especially if you're in a position of service as a coach, right? But you also do want to generate income for your business because it costs money to run a business. So you need to make that money back and you need to also feed your family and yourself. So you can't just constantly be giving, and not generating an income from your business and not generating a profit, because then therefore it is not a business. So, but I get what you're saying. I get why you're saying, I won't do this CTA because it feels spammy and I want to ask for the sale. I don't want to ask them to go do something because then it's going to. So I get what's probably going through your head. I understand. And I understand the reasons why. But ultimately, you have to be clear on what it is you want people to do. So I'm going to share with you some ideas for CTAs, and then we're going to talk about how to do it wrong, and then we're going to talk about how to do it right, if that's good with you. Okay. If any of this is resonating with you and you're like, yeah, that's me, that's part of the reason why I don't do this, I want you to put a fire emoji into the chat. If you felt that at any time that, oh, I don't want to seem scammy. Because again, there are people who do this. So I'm going to talk to you about the wrong way, and then we're going to talk about the right way. So CTAs, let me give you some ideas in terms of CTAs. And I actually have a whole entire section that I teach in my Stream to Sell program. So I'm pulling from that library right now as I talk to you about some ideas for calls to action when you're doing a live stream. Okay. Now, one of the things that you want to think about is, what stage are you in your business? What I teach my clients is that there are 4 key stages that you're in your business when it comes to branding and putting yourself out into the world with your videos, okay, and with your content. 1 is you're in the awareness phase. 2 is you're in the bonding phase. So awareness, people are getting to know who you are. Maybe they don't know anything about you. That's why I always ask for at the beginning, are you a hashtag newbie or are you a hashtag OG? Because I want to kind of know who's new in the space that I play, right? So that I can acknowledge you and pull you along, right? So awareness. Bonding is, once they're aware of you, is there an opportunity for you to then create a deeper or next level relationship? You're not yet at the dating phase, but you are in the phase of, hey, we're getting to know each other. You're getting to see me on my videos regularly, and I'm getting to engage with you in your comments. This is why I absolutely love my Stream Like a Boss community on Facebook, because this is a group of people that has been cultivated over time as a result of watching and engaging in the different videos that I share. And I absolutely love that that has organically happened, right? And I get to know the people in this community and they get to know me. And I get to say things like, hey, I just wasn't feeling great. I wasn't feeling great, but I wanted to get on camera today. I just needed to get on an hour earlier, like I said early, right? And you're okay with that, hopefully. So bonding. The third one is conversion. Okay, so there's a bridge between bonding and conversion into actual clients. Um, there's there's a spot where they feel like they trust you, your clients, your video viewers in this case. They feel like they know, like, and trust you enough that when it is time for you to sell and to promote something, they're in. They're already sold. Look, this is what happened with Stream Bosses Academy recently because we've been building our relationships over time. And I know the people that are coming into that space and they know me, right? And we have that integrity of a relationship going. So conversion is next. And then there's delight, where you get to just love on them and you create an experience for your clients such that they feel like, you know what, I want to refer this person. I want to become an affiliate for this person. I want to like shout from the rooftops how what they've done for me in their program, course, service has helped me. So A, B, C, D. So I teach this process. I teach this as a life cycle for my clients, right? When it comes to video. So when you're thinking about your calls to action, you really need to be thinking about, well, which stage am I in? Am I in the awareness phase? Am I bonding right now? And where are you delivering the video content and in what phase are you in? And depending on what phase you're in, that is how you're going to determine what your CTAs are. Your CTAs will be things like simply follow and like my video. If you're in the branding and awareness phase, like, follow, and subscribe. Because at this point, they don't know anything different. They just want to see more of your videos and see if they're ready to bond with you, right? Then you may ask them to watch more of your videos. So you see this a lot on the YouTube videos where people are saying, okay, go watch the next one and make sure you watch this playlist and make sure you go consume this information. Then as you're bonding as well, you're starting to move them in the direction of becoming part of your community. So you're saying, hey, join my community, become part of the Stream Like a Boss group over on Facebook, right? And when they're in that space, you then are also starting to convert and you're offering access to you on a paid level. You're offering access to coaching programs. You're offering access to courses. You're offering access to your academy or your membership or whatever it is you may have, to your book, to your stage, your virtual stage, right? And then in the delight phase, you may be offering them exclusive video content that only people in that level, right, can get access to. So there are different CTAs that you're going to offer and put into your videos and sprinkle in there depending on where you are in your business and what your objective is for your video content. So that's high level. There's a lot more because it's a whole module on this, but that gives you kind of a high level, right, of what you need to be thinking about as you're considering your process and how you do these CTAs. So absolutely think about where you are and what matters to you so that you can then make sure that you're driving people in the right direction. Now, the next thing I want to share with you is how to do it wrong. How to do it wrong. And I have some recap banners, so I'll put those up. Michelle gave me some hearts. I mean, some fire emojis. And Miriam gave me a fire emoji too, because it's resonating. Yes, we've all been in that situation where we feel like, hey, I don't want to be spammy. Right? So here's how you do it wrong. This is what you're seeing, and this is what's making you say, no, I don't want to do this, is what is happening at times is that when you are seeing people that show up in your inbox or people that show up in your direct message, right? Because you happen to watch a video or you happen to allow them to be a friend because they friended you and you said, okay, and maybe you did so reluctantly, but you're trying to be nice and you said, okay. And then they showed up, they popped up within seconds, mere seconds, sometimes minutes, but most of the time it's like right away, right after you click the yes, okay. They pop up and they say, "Hi, so how's it going? So, hey, I've got this service that I think would be awesome for you." And you're sitting there going, how do you even know? Because, like, I just allowed you to be my friend. Like, we just connected. I don't know anything about you, and I'm sure you don't know anything about me because what you just offered me is exactly what I already do, right? So you're experiencing that. And so your fear sometimes is founded and grounded in the fact that you don't want to be that. And look, you don't have to be that. I have been sold in the DMs. I have actually invested in a coach because of a direct message conversation on Instagram. I actually hired someone because of that process, because he did it well with sincerity and authenticity. And it was genuinely about the fact that, hey, we had had some conversations back and forth even before the DM, because I happened to engage with this person in another social platform where they were speaking and I was commenting and saying, that's right on point. This is awesome, right? So they knew that there was a need. They saw that there was a pain point. There was something that they had potentially a solution to offer me for, right? So they had that connection as a direct result of other communication that we had, right? And there are ways when you're doing video, if you're doing live stream videos, you can say, hey, type this keyword into the stream. Look, I'm getting ready to do more of this because I feel like I now have the systems to support having the engaging conversations with people, right? But you can effectively ask people to type in a certain word, type in the word confidence. And when we're done with this video, I will send you to my free guide on 7 ways to boost your confidence before you get on camera. Do you see how that flowed? And it's not spammy. It's about the fact that if someone is typing that word in, if they're making a connection because they're saying this is a pain point for me, and you're then providing them a potential solution, that's huge. That's way different than you going and just spamming the heck out of people that you never even had any connection with whatsoever. You don't know what they really need or want, but you just popped it into the DM or you popped it into their email, right? Jay said, yes, I like that idea. There's a difference. So you're doing it wrong. When it does feel icky, usually it's because it is icky, right? Let me see what you got here. Venice said, I feel exactly like that on IG and LinkedIn. It annoys me. Yes, so many people do it wrong. You don't know me or fact. Yes, stop selling. I know. I know. And so, Venice, what happens is we are so fearful that we're going to become that person that we stop and we're like, I'm just not going to put a CTA at all. I'm not going to do a call to action because I don't want to be that person that I just experienced. But look, we can be better. We can commit to being better. We can commit to truly wanting to understand who our video viewing audience is. Who are these people? What do they need? How can I support and help? Like real. How can I really help and support? Not how can I just blow up their inboxes and blow up their DMs? But there is a way to do it. So it is wrong if you have no idea and you haven't even done the courtesy of reviewing the person's profile to know what they're about and what they possibly may need, you haven't connected with them on any other level, but you're trying to stuff something down their throat, that's the wrong way. That is wrong. And you don't have to be that person. So I want you to understand, here's 3 things that will be ideas for you doing it wrong. 3 ways to do it wrong. 1, you do too many. So when you're doing your videos, if every video has a sales CTA, hey, come and buy my new product. Hey, come and do coaching with me. If every single video you deliver focuses only on that and it's the central focus of your message and you're never sharing the what's in it for me, for them, They don't know why they're even listening or watching. They're probably going to leave anyway. But when you start sharing your CTAs after you just gave them a barrage of sales language, that's the wrong way. Think about, how can I serve? As I'm sharing this message with you right now, my thought was, I want to address this because I'm seeing that it is a rampant problem. I'm seeing it not only on video, but other content too. So I want to try to help and support. And no, I'm not going to offer my entire coaching program in this 20 to 30 minute video. I'm not doing that. But I am going to offer some seeds and some nuggets for you so that even if you never ever spend a dime with me at Get Noticed with Video, you still have you've got a new seed that's been planted that tells you, you know what, there's a better way for me to do the things that I'm doing in my business. That is coming from a place of service. That is being a servant leader and a servant who is an entrepreneur, right? That's what the world needs right now. We need more of that. Don't be wishy-washy. So when you do it wrong, there's 3 ways. You're doing too many, you're making that the central focus of your message, this whole sales thing, and you're wishy-washy when you deliver the CTA. Let me give you an example of what a wishy-washy CTA sounds like. Here's what it sounds like. Well, if you want, you can go to my landing page. It's over at getnoticedwithvideo.com, stream bosses. I mean, if you think it might be right for you, no pressure. That sounds like you don't even believe in your own stuff. And guess what? If you don't believe in the CTA, if you don't believe in the call to action you're sending people to, then they're not going to believe in it either. If you're not confident about what you're selling and promoting or what you're offering, if it is a lead magnet, so something that is free where they're exchanging their email, if you're not clear. So let me give you the opposite of the what not to do. Yes, 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 yes. You are so welcome, Venice. Yes, lady. This is an interruption, but with the fullest and the most honest intent. Here's how to do it right. Here's how you do your CTAs right. First of all, I want you to get clarity about what it is you want to extend as a CTA for every single video that you create. Get clear on what you want to share. I've given you some ideas about different spaces that you might be in, different stages that you might be in as it relates to your business. So where are you? If you're trying to brand build, if you're trying to create awareness, it may be as simple as like, follow, and subscribe. It could just be that and call it a day. If it is that you are delivering, you're getting ready to launch a project, launch a program, launch a course, there may be a need for you to say, hey, I want you to definitely go and sign up for X, right? And here's the link, and here's why. This is how it benefits you, video viewer, based on what we just talked about. So you want to make sure that it's relevant to the topic. Whatever your CTA is should not be separated and totally different from what you've been talking about in your video content. Another way to do it right, believe in yourself and your abilities. For goodness sake, believe in the transformation, in the solutions that you provide. Believe in your heart of hearts that what you're telling them is possible is really possible. And if you're struggling with that right now, that's something you're going to have to work on before you do that CTA, or do the CTA anyway, until you do get comfortable in that skin. But the most important thing you can do is to own it. Whatever you're asking the people to do, you need to believe that it is something that is of value in your heart of hearts and not be wishy-washy about it. It's the same as when you extend an offer for somebody to be a part of your high-ticket coaching program. You cannot come at people with, well, I mean, it costs this, but I mean, if you can do 20 payment plans. No. Do you believe that they will be transformed? Do you believe that they can make that investment back and more every single time someone purchases a coaching package with me? I go in with the thought that, you know what? We're going to make this work. Or If I don't believe that I can do that for that person, I am very clear and honest, and I will say, I don't think that we're meant for each other. I don't think we're a good fit. Be honest with yourself, be clear, be truthful with yourself, and be clear and truthful with the people that you're talking to and you're asking them to participate in this next step. Because if people don't know what the next step is, they have nowhere to go. They will simply say, "Girl, that was a great video. Okay, bye. That was so awesome. Ooh, I love what you said on the stage. Okay, see you." So think about that. Also, here's a tip for you as you're creating your CTAs and you're trying to walk into the courage and the faith and the belief that your CTA is clear and it's solid. I want you to really listen to testimonials of former clients and people that you worked with and use the words that they use. Use their words. It's social proof, yes, even especially if it comes from them and you're sharing testimonials from other people, but it's also social proof and it also boosts your credibility internally and externally when you're repeating what people have told you you've done for them. So by all means, embrace it and come up with some CTAs, for goodness sakes. Have some calls to action to include in your content, whether it's video or something else. But have a next step, because if you don't tell people what the next step is, you will not see them again. Maybe you'll see them at the next live, maybe not, but you want to give them a step to walk away with. I'll tell you my step. My step from this call, from this episode, is that I encourage and invite you to participate in our Facebook community, Stream Like a Boss. I encourage you and invite you to be there. We just closed out our Academy founding members enrollment. We still have a few seats left if you want to be a part of the Academy, but I'm not driving people there right now because I love the group that I have in this moment. So in a couple of, probably within the next couple of days, we're going to shut down that actual enrollment page. If you do want to know more about that, just reach out to me. You're more than welcome. You're invited to reach out to me any way that you are watching through your private message, and I'll be happy to share the link with you. But honestly, my thought is I would love to get to know you first and you get to know me. So I'm going to pop up my Facebook group, which is a free Facebook group first, so that we can get to know each other. And if you're interested in being a part of that group, here's where we are. Facebook at Stream Like a Boss. And I have several people here I'm watching now in the comments that actually are part of that community. So that's my CTA. And I'm very clear about why, right? I know. I'm so happy you are in the Academy too, Denise. It's such a good group. It's such a good group. I'm very excited about where we've landed. And I believe that the people that are meant to be in your space will show up. I do. So don't walk into your CTAs with a sense of desperation. Walk in and share that CTA, knowing that call to action, knowing that whoever is meant to follow that path will follow that path, and they'll be right for you and you'll be right for them. That's all I wanted to share. I told you I wanted to do an Auntie Tanya tonight and not do a full out training and teaching. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit because this has really been on my heart for the last few days, especially because my inbox and my DMs have gotten full of stuff. I don't know about you, but there is a right way for us to do it and not feel spammy. We can be classy and not be spammy. So I want to encourage and equip you to do that. And hopefully by watching this video and getting those tips, you have a few nuggets that maybe you didn't have before that you can use and apply to your own business. So I want to thank you so much for spending time with me this evening. You just pepped me up. I wasn't feeling the greatest, but now I'm energized and I'm ready to do the next thing. And I just appreciate you being here and watching. So if you're watching a replay, hashtag replay, Let me know in the comments how you're feeling about your own CTA. What is the call to action that you commonly will use and use right now? And what do you think you might be changing it to? She's laughing at me. Auntie Tanya. Look, I'm an aunt many times over. So giving the talk to you all tonight is what I'm doing. I hope that you all have a blessed and a very safe and abundantly prosperous rest of the week. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.